I've been thinking about it. I'm sure you watched some of these like White House press conferences. And is there anything that we can do about the White House press corps? Like, it's such an important, I don't know, institution, if you want to call it that. Like, there's all these really important questions that need to be asked of this administration. And then you just have dolts like Steve Ducey. You know, you touched on this a little bit like a couple weeks ago during the student debt relief when, you know, there's some serious questions that could have been asked of the administration about, you know, what are they going to do about, you know, future students that are going to be, you know, saddled with debt in a few years? You know, what are they going to be doing about, you know, making college more accessible, more affordable? And you get Steve Ducey just ask some stupid questions like, you know, what about the people that already paid off their loans?
Well,
and that's just like one example. But if you watch these conferences, it's just like the most amateur, empty-headed people are in this room. And it's like one of the most important, you know, institutions in media.
Okay, I'll answer this just based on my experience at TYT when Bernie was up in 2020. Like, there was discussions that I was probably going to move to DC and to see if I could be in the press corps, right? That was something we were talking about, and then obviously that didn't happen. But it's really hard to get credentials for that, and they do not, and it's basically at the discretion of the White House. We saw this in the Trump administration. They were giving credentials to any right-wing random talk radio outlet that was applying. And so it's at the discretion of the White House for the most part. And someone like Biden, you know, they're going to do the mainstream outlets. It's also at the discretion of the spokesperson who they're calling on, essentially. So it's hard to break through. I honestly don't know how important it is in this current moment. It might have been a little bit more important longer ago, but Ryan Grimm's been able to get in there a few times, ask some questions. So there's some progress, but I mean, I guess that's the context of why that was, you know, that's difficult to achieve.
Because I just remember when Brian Karem was in there, and he was when under Trump's press secretary, he's running for governor now, Huckabee Sanders. You know, and there was a couple of times where he was able to really put her feet to the fire. And it's just like, why isn't that whole room just filled with those kinds of reporters that are willing to,
because
you know, it's a direct, you know,
because a lot of them want access to the president, to other people in the White House. And if they get too contentious with the spokesperson, they won't have access. You know, for the Fox guys, they know, like, this is it. We're not going to get that access anyways. And so we're going to go, you know, full on, and that's going to be our brand. But it's not, I'm not convinced that the White House press corps is as, you know, sacrosanct as you make it out to be. It could be really good. I don't know that there's ever been a time where it has been really great, to be honest with you. And so I don't worry about it too much. But I appreciate the call.
Thanks, Sam.
Classic Methuen call. Totally.
I wonder where he was on Route 80.